to just say thank you so much. This is the segment known as the Black Pot, aka Kuku Shonamo, and this is where we speak truth to power. Now we are streaming live on Facebook and also on YouTube. Our Facebook page is Xylophone 102.1 FM. Our YouTube page is Xylophone Media, and in both cases, Xylophone is spelled ZYLOFON. My brother, my sister, we are also live on Xylophone TV. And this is the segment known as the Black Pot, aka Kuku Shonamo. And this is where we speak truth to power. What else can I say? What else can I do but to just say thank you so much? I appreciate you. I love you. My brother, my sister, my very first story is going to be taken from City Newsroom. And I'm most excited to have you come along. Hey, Otumfuo has spoken. And I would like us to hear what Otumfuo has to say. This one I am reading from City Newsroom, and of course, this one was published yesterday, the 1st of December 2021. It says, my electrical appliances have been destroyed by Dumso. And this is attributed to the utterances of Otumfuo. I read, the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II is worried about the recent power outages in the Ashanti region. Speaking during a courtesy call on him by the Minister of Energy, Dr. Matu Opoku Prempeh, the Asantehene said the intermittent power outages had destroyed his electrical appliances. I have been experiencing power outages recently. The light goes off and comes back without caution. All my appliances have been damaged because of the outages. So I sent messengers to him to inquire about what the problem was. There was a time he came around and the lights went out in his presence and asked why the outages, and he promised to ensure that the challenges are fixed. What I am elated about is that he summoned all his engineers before me. I will say it as a good move. I will say it is a good move he has taken to fix the challenge. It was the same approach he used whilst he was Minister for Education. I will urge the officials here present to work to address the problem situation, the power situation, to bring respite to the people of the region, he said. Dr. Prempeh, in his response, attributed the recent outages in the region to a falling telecom mast that destroyed 2 towers belonging to the Ghana Grid Company, that's Gridco, earlier in November. He, however, assured residents that he was working to permanently solve the situation. My brother, my sister, you heard the Otumfuo. Otumfuo, he is not happy. My brother, my sister, he is not happy that there is Dumso in the Ashanti region. And in his own words, he calls Dumso Kania Fui. Kania Fui. Kania Fui. Yewaha kakra Kania Fui. Maybe that should even serve as a better term for Dumso. My brother, my sister, Otumfuo has spoken. He said, in the presence of ministers in charge of the state, there was a power outage right in the Manshia Palace. The Otumfuo went on to say that his electrical gadgets break down every now and then, and they are destroyed, all because of Kania Fui. Today, my brother, my sister, one of the reasons Mahama was kicked out of this country and given a crown of the dead goat, my brother, my sister, was Dumso. We all were very, very sad that Dumso had become our middle name. We all were terribly frightened about how the economy was slumping so deep. So many people left this country because of Dumso. In fact, Mahama seemed to be very, very clueless right at the beginning of Dumso. But towards the end of his tenure of office, they were able to hold a grip on the Dumso situation, which was criticized heavily. At the end of the day, my brother, my sister, we all were happy that we had a new government that was handling Dumso. To God be the glory. The electricity problem seemed to have been solved, albeit intermittent, rare Dumso around. But as it stands right now, without any caution, the power goes off. So Otumfuo, in his own Marshal Palace, whilst in the presence of ministers, power went off. My brother, my sister, the sad thing is that no matter how many masts fall on Gridco buildings, even if there was an earthquake or tsunami at Gridco itself, the president's house never has Dumso. Even if there was a tsunami and a volcanic eruption at Gridco, ministers of state, their houses never go off. True or false? Why should it happen that one mast fell and the whole of the Ashanti region is experiencing Dumso? That the Otumfuo himself is sleeping in the mosquitoes of the Marshal Palace. Only God knows how many mosquitoes bit Otumfuo the night that the power went off. Only God knows how many companies lost, all because of Dumso, and the magnitude of the loss. My brother, Otumfuo is a powerful man. So he would come out and tell the whole Ghana, oh, I lost this, my heater got broken, my fridge got broken, my TV set. I was even watching Blakk Rasta show when the TV went off. Because there's nobody who does not watch me in Ghana. Ghanaians know that when I come and sit on TV and on radio to talk to you, I speak from the inspiration of the Almighty, and I take a heavy inspiration from the suffering people, the common man on the street. If I am lying, tell me that I am lying. I am not on the payroll of any politician, and I have never been on the payroll of any politician. By now, I would have had 10 houses. By now, I would have had a fleet of cars. But all these things are vanity to me, Blakk Rasta, as long as the common man on the street continues to go through hardship and untold, preventable stupidity and irresponsibility. Otumfuo has a voice. So when he speaks, it is as thunderous as the roar of the lion. So you cannot ignore that roar from Otumfuo. But the common man on the street squeaks like a mouse. The common man on the street, he hisses like a snake that is not poisonous. Therefore, you can't hear anything. My brother, my sister, when the voice of the common man is nothing but silence, my brother, my sister, what is the voice of silence? What is the noise silence makes? This is deep. Otumfuo says that all his electrical gadgets kaput. From what I read, he did not say, oh, some of my electrical gadgets. He said all. If you can do this to Otumfuo, then I wonder what you will do to Aliu in Nima. I wonder what you will do to Mosi Zabarama right there inside the Shaima. I wonder what you do to Brema Sisala right there at Alajo. I wonder what you do to Ni Kokute right there inside Jamestown. They don't matter. Ali Inima does not matter to you. He only seems to matter for a second when election is coming and you need his thumbprint. My brother, my sister, year of return. You wanted the whole world to come here. I'll bet only the rich. All you guys behaved like people who were very, very concerned about our brothers and sisters living outside in the diaspora. So you opened your hypocritical arms to give them a certain kind of embracement, my brother, my sister, which was nothing but a Judas kiss. The country opened its shores only for rich business people to return home. The rest of the people who were not rich were not invited. And when people arrived in this country, one of the things you told them and used to cajole them to come in here was that you have stable electricity. Was that the economy is booming according to Bloomberg. But today, we all know the economy is in shambles. The economy is totally tumbled down like a tumbled down cottage. My brother, the economy is nothing but in doldrums. What are we talking about, Blakk Rasta? Otumfuo has kept it like a time bomb under his armpit. Because he knows when he speaks, it carries power. So he will not speak just anyhow. But when the time bomb keeps ticking, you may have to press the panic button. And that is what Otumfuo is doing right now. There is doomsday. And we keep suffering. And you'll be shocked that some people will say, oh, it's worse in Nigeria. So be happy with what you have. Nigeria is a different jurisdiction from Ghana. Nigeria is over 300 million people. Ghana is only 32 million people. How can you compare the agony of Nigeria to Ghana? It will take the Nigerian president more than 1,000,000% of energy to rule Nigeria as compared to the energy that the Ghanaian president would use to rule Ghana. True or false? Ghana is almost like a car park to Nigeria. If Ghana was given as a gift to Nigeria, Ghana would only be a car park in terms of size. All the cars in Nigeria, if they were to be brought to Ghana, Ghana will be totally inundated and there would not even be a centimeter of space for breathing. So you cannot be comparing yourselves to Nigeria. To Otumfuo, I say, well, I'm glad that you are speaking. I'm glad that you are speaking about the wars of a party that is seen as an Akan party. In the words of Nana Akufo-Addo himself, as it was relayed to us by Haruna Atta, there is no day a Northerner or a non-Akan person would ever lead this Akan party called NPP. That is an insult to all well-meaning Ghanaians. Osafo Maafo also uttered the same old nonsense when he said, if any part of the country does not have any resources, they do not have any business in the presidency. Should I repeat it? Wherever you come from in Ghana, if there are no mineral resources, there is no way, you have no business being in the presidency. Such bigots are all in power. Such bigots are the chief advisors of a pot-bellied, oversized suit wearing, private jet flying president. deal with the doomsday. We don't care if 700 masts have fallen on Gridco, or whether there is an earthquake or a tsunami or even a volcanic eruption in Gridco. The president's house is always illuminated with power. Where is the president drawing his power from? Where are the rest of the ministers drawing their power from? Said that when there's even an earthquake, they still have power. Do not take people for granted. There are some portions of Accra that never taste doomsday. Even if there was a timetable for doomsday all over Ghana, hospitals would go off and people would die night and day, yet those places will never taste even a second of doomsday. Because we live in an animal farm where some people are better than others. My brother, my sister, I will not spend too much time on this. There are other equally important things, but to the Otumfo, I salute you. To be able to stand up and boldly chastise and rebuke such a demonic government, I salute you. They don't care about who is suffering on the streets. They play politics with even the air that we breathe. Boys are on the streets. They are all becoming drug addicts by the second, by the ticking of the clock. All of them on the streets. They are smoking things that we cannot mention on radio. They drink things that Satan himself will not drink. And they're on the streets. Yet you have Stephen Amua, Maslog president or CEO, sitting on TV to cry wolf. Mustafa Hamid, wallahi, this country is going very bad. We have to rescue this. Honorable, don't cry. Wallahi, we have to rescue this country. Wallahi. They cry for their stomachs. My brother, my sister, they are so hypocritical. So hypocritical. They come to us when they are uncomfortable to solidarize with us because we are in the same boat. But the moment they get comfortable, they forget that there was a group of people they were with that was hungry. They are now different. The more we speak to them about how we feel, the better. After all, we employ them to make us comfortable. It's their business to make it happen. They took the job and they must live by the tenets of the job. I'll leave it here. My brother, my sister, the next thing I'm going to look at, I'm reading this from I beg your pardon, by Joy Online, and this was published today, the 2nd of December 2021. It was published at 1:10 p.m. It says, Parliament apologizes for chaotic scenes in the House. Hear this. Parliament apologizes for chaotic scenes in the House. I read. Parliament has apologized to Ghanaians for the chaotic scenes that characterized proceedings on Wednesday. There was near fisticuffs between members of the majority and minority caucuses during deliberations on the constitutionality or otherwise of the approval of the 2022 budget. According to the legislature's Director of Public Affairs, Kate Addo, the parliamentarians, no matter how divided, are working with the interest of the people at heart. In an interview with Joy News' Kwesi Parker Wilson, she explained that it is not out of the ordinary for MPs to be forceful in order to get their opinions or positions considered on certain matters. We apologize for what may not sit well with people. We promise that as much as possible, we will work bearing in mind the nuances and the cultural sensibilities of the people that we serve. How can you think like human beings when you wear suit and run around the parliament and you claim that? How can you be sensitive? Listen to the last sentence. We apologize for what may not sit well with people. We promise that as much as possible we will work bearing in mind the nuances and cultural sensibilities of the people that we serve. What cultural sensibilities? How can you represent the people when you wear coat and tie every now and then? How can you represent people who are said to be cultural, wearing suits, and you force people to go out there and wear a tie before they can think? Without your tie, you can't think. Most of you ran to the Parliament House wearing suits in a temperature that is over 28 degrees Celsius. Are you crazy? Are you okay? Your police are standing in the hot sun, all in black. Are you crazy? One of the things IGP can do is to stop all policemen in Ghana from wearing black. The tropical sun is hot enough to boil your brains like an egg on fire. Then they wear all black with a black hat on top, black shoe, black socks, black panty, and they are standing on the streets. Hot sun. Are you okay? Are we waiting for Queen Elizabeth to recolonize us and give us brains so we can think? And if you thought the police situation was worse, my brother, my sister, parliamentarians, you wear suits, some of them three-piece suits, in the hot African tropical sun. I understand that you sit in air-conditioned cars on the back of the taxpayer. I understand that, yes, you refuse to go to your constituencies. My brother, my sister, all because of the sun and, of course, the dust that surrounds your roads. But respect the culture of the country, that at least when you represent in parliament, represent as cultural people. When was the last time we saw Kente in the Parliament House? In the days of Kwame Nkrumah, my brother, my sister, people took pride in celebrating their heritage and culture. Kente was all over in the Parliament House. My brother, my sister, today, when you look at the Ghanaian Parliament, it's like the British Parliament. Everybody is wearing suit. When you look at the Ghanaian Parliament, my brother, my sister, it is almost like a boxing ring. The last time an MP picked up ballot papers and chewed it like a goat on heat, and we all sat here and watched. The last time we saw somebody slapping an MP. The last time we saw an MP granting an interview, and the same MP who tried to chew the ballot paper like a goat on heat bumped into the interview and started making unsavory noises. Today, my brother, my sister, if Ghanaians are saying that the Parliament House is now becoming a circus, or better still, is now becoming an MGM ring right there at Caesar's Palace, I do agree. What is this thing with your suit? What is this thing with your suit? Your suit that does not benefit any Ghanaian tailor. Your suit that calls unto you nothing but heat. Your suit that you wear, and most of the time you loosen the tie and open the thing so you get fresh air. Who forced you to wear that? Are these guys not hypocritical? You come and sit and you say you're looking for jobs for your constituencies. Yet the way you are dressed is like a signboard to your constituency saying that, listen, I am only joking with your employment. You will never get any. How many of our MPs patronize businesses that are done in their constituencies? Yet when election comes, these people, my brother, my sister, who go out to vote, they forget all too soon the atrocities these guys take them through. So what do? They vote in their numbers because they started dangling some carrots in front of them, and like rabbits on heat, they jump after the carrot, forgetting that there's a big hole right in front of them. What a country. My brother, Do we have brains? Or are we just comedians in this country? Do we have brains? I am waiting to see the police people in Ghana wear something different. In Uganda, my brother, my sister, I beg your pardon, in Tanzania, they are now beginning to sew their own police and army uniforms using textiles that they produce in their own country. But no, as for our police, we will still import fabrics from China. So we are working for the Chinese. Anything we do in this country, including toothpicks, we import that from China. We produce nothing but foolishness. We produce nothing unsavory remarks. Right now, if you go on Twitter and look at the trends, you would shock what is trending on Twitter. Words like Abua, Kwasia, Jimmy, Jai Jimmy. Those are the things that are trending on Twitter. So it tells you the kind of people you are dealing with in this country. It tells you that you are dealing with people who are not near anything that is called brains. And it's most unfortunate, brethren. So if whoever is saying Parliament is apologizing, my God have mercy. We have seen these things one too many to believe that anything will change. We saw you when you guys were voting to pick up a speaker. You presented an old, cannot walk man to come and be your speaker. To compliment your sleeping president. You brought a man who could not even walk out of his car because of old age. You would spend money, the taxpayers' money, to employ 2 more people to carry him shoulder high and take him into the parliament to sit down and hear people say, yeah, I know. Parliamentarians, please live up to expectation. Think about the people. There's too much ego in the parliament. There's too much politicking. People see the truth, yet they would still fight it because their sons are not directly affected by that. Because their daughters are nowhere near that calamity. As long as that explosive would explode in other people's faces, they are okay. Their families are safe. Brethren, we have been speaking like this from time immemorial. If we were going to change, we would have changed years back. We are not chameleons. Those other people who are chameleoning, the chameleonized nature of our people is nothing but total treachery and deception. Hallelujah. Somebody won't understand. Somebody won't understand until he drinks cocoa tomorrow morning. May God have mercy on Ghana. I leave it here. The next thing I want to look at, my brother, my sister, Ghanaian Parliament, please give us some dignity. Can we have all MPs say that, okay, the proper way of appearing in Parliament is African? I want to see MPs dressed in kente. I want to see MPs dressed in fugu. I want to see MPs wear African fabrics. And by African fabrics, I mean fabrics from Africa. Not Holland-made African factories, fabrics. Or China-made African fabrics. In fact, those are even better than the other ones that are the suit type. At least we have African designs on them. So it's still promoting Africa in one way or the other. GTP is there. ATL is there. And you'll be shocked when GTP is looking for an ambassador. And listen to this. GTP is looking for an ambassador. Or Akosobo Textile Limited, ATL, is looking for an ambassador. You know who they will go for? They will go for people who wear Gucci and Gabbana. They will go for people who wear suit night and day. But those of us who have represented the brand from time immemorial, no, they are blind to us because they are stupid. They are stupid. Stupid. they care about is hype. This country is a country of hype and not content. That is why your musicians are going nowhere. That is why all your artisans are going nowhere. Everybody wants hype. They never present you with content. All they push is hype. The news is so sensational. Sensationalism. A guy in the Volta region called Kojo Entry, who is a carpenter, has died because he swallowed some poison. My brother, they won't tell you Kojo Entry in the Volta region has died. They will write, oh, Kojo Entry goes home. And you'll be shocked that they will put the photograph of the singer Kojo Entry there. There's a guy called Kwame Mensah in Kwesinkwe. He's a fisherman. He went fishing and never returned. But his nickname is Daddy Lumba. They won't write Kwame Mensah. They will write Daddy Lumba dies. Or Daddy Lumba drowns. So that they will drive all the traffic to their stupidity. Sensationalism. Sensationalism. Everybody is running after clout. Nobody is ready to give content. They are not looking for the fiber of the whole caboodle. All they are looking for is the hype. So you end up presenting half-baked or quarter-baked idiots to represent you. And when they go on the international stage, we become a mockery. The people who can truly do it, no, their father is not the minister. Their uncle is not the minister of health. Their brother is not the minister of finance. They will remain in their village. They will die and become skeletons, will never resurrect even when Jesus Christ comes. How would the country grow when it's all about hype? That is why you see every kind of so-called creative people, within 1 year they are dead, they are gone. Then you start remembering that, oh, this guy used to be big in those days, but he's no more. That guy is no more, because most of the time you presented half-baked material and you never looked at the real content. To God be the glory. If not so, silly things like washa wase and all abua kwasia, Jimmy and all those things will not flood your thoughts and even trend. To God be the glory. We leave it here. Parliament, live up to expectation. There's too much buffoonery going on. Please deal with this thing. I'm waiting for one man in the Parliament House who will moot that argument that, hey, from now, let's all dress African. If a Blakk, my very good friend, can say that he wished that no parliamentarian, and for that matter, no government official, especially politicians, would fly out of the country for healthcare, I would wish that he would come back again, my very good friend, and tell the Parliament House that, listen, shall we all from today start dressing African into the Parliament House? It would help us. I'll leave it here. Another thing I want to look at is something very interesting. Jesus have mercy. My brother, my sister, we have a number of things to look at. Oh, Jesus have mercy. And I need all of us to open our ears and listen with rapt attention. Well, this one is supposed to be coming from the president, and Mr. President is saying something. And I want to share with you what Mr. President is saying. Mr. President is saying that we should all do well to encourage people to come to Ghana here and do business. Mr. President says that we all should do our very, very best to our people from all over the world come here and do business with us. And that Ghana is the most important place for businesses now. My brother, my sister, I'm going to read that to you, and then we will look at it briefly. This one was published today, 2nd December 2021, and I'm reading that from My Joy Online. It says, it's a great time to visit Ghana. I beg your pardon. It is a great time to invest in Ghana, the safest country in West Africa. That's Nana Akufo-Addo. It is a great time to invest in Ghana, the safest country in West Africa. I read, President Akufo-Addo told members of the black business community in the United States of America about the numerous investment opportunities existing in Ghana as the country seeks to build back strongly from the ravages of COVID-19. Delivering the keynote address at the Africa Flagship Program session of the 45th Annual Legislative Conference of the National Black Caucus of State Legislators being held in Atlanta, Georgia on Wednesday, that's yesterday, the president stated that it is time to invest in Ghana for the opportunities there are so bright. All right, my sister, whilst the president was speaking, he was wearing suit. Producer, put the photograph of the president at that event. It is called the Africa Flagship Program session of the 45th, yes, the 45th Annual Legislative Congress of the National Black Caucus of State Legislators. NBCSL. NBCSL, that is National Black Caucus of State Legislators. Put up that photograph. Hear me now. My brother, my sister, Mr. President went for an all-African or all-black program. And he was in suit, tailored in Paris. Oversized suit with a pot belly. Now, if you can guess where his suit is from, then you will know exactly where his shoes are coming from. And you went to talk about investment in Ghana. You see the comedian. You see the comedian president. You go to an all-African discussion. Look at your president. Look at the president. Oversized suit. And you can imagine, my God have mercy, what is eating into that pot belly. And this has been marked by the presidency of Ghana. That means they love this picture. So they have embossed their stamp on it. Look at the bottom right corner of that picture. That is Mr. President standing there. There are other pictures from this with some ladies. If you can find me that photograph, I will tell you something about that. You go to talk about an all-African business, and you are dressed like an American. You are dressed like a bourgeoisie British man. There's nothing about you that is African except your black face like mine. There's nothing about you that is African, not even the way you speak, because you speak like the British. And you would go, look at this picture. Look at those pretty ladies on the right, wearing traditional African something. Even African American woman, look at her, the one wearing the red, with the whole beautiful African thing on the side. Mr. President is not ashamed. He's flanked by all these African dressed people and is in suit. My brother, my sister, are we safe? Are we safe? Who are you representing? Who are you representing? The British or the Americans? Then you will go and stand there and tell the people, oh, Ghana is the safest place. For all you know, that thing that is in front of him on top of his pot belly is nothing but a bulletproof vest. They say in a country where there is chaos, where the king is not living up to expectation and bringing nothing but dishonor to his people, he always walks with a shield and a spear. Should I repeat it? In a country where the king does not care about the people, he visits the people with harm and dishonor. Everywhere he goes, he carries a shield and a spear. That's what Mr. President is doing. Everywhere he goes, he's wearing his bulletproof. Even to his WC, he has it. If he hears the smallest pop, hey, bulletproof. Because if it's not a bulletproof on that pot belly, then my brother, I wonder what it is. My brother, my sister, let's get more serious. President goes to talk about Africa, goes to talk about investment, and all he's representing, my brother, my sister, is something else apart from Africa. Who is going to take him serious? You say your country is the safest place. My brother, we are all sitting on a ticking time bomb. All of us are quiet and saying, Hey! Silence makes a whole lot of noise. If you have ears, you would hear the noise of silence. You go around telling them Ghana is a wonderful place to invest in. 124 is busily telling the whole world that Doomsaw is spoiling people's gadgets. Which serious-minded businessman will come to this country to do what? You think they are jokers like us? To leave America and come and invest here when Doomsaw will chase all the mosquitoes into your dark room. They will feast on your body like chichinga. Let's get serious, my brother. I leave it here. Mr. President says we should invest in this country because this is a great country and is very, very safe. It's very, very safe. My brother, my sister. Anyway, the youth are rising. And very soon, my brother, my sister, I am sure that they will hear the noise of the youth so that they would at least incline an ear and listen to some of the problems of the youth. I leave it here, my brother, my sister. Jesus have mercy. Oh my God. Now Parliament is still running around talking about Adwoa Safo, whether she was in the country or not. I am excited that they are looking at it. Kweku Baku has spoken. He said, oh, Adwoa Safo was in there. My brother, my sister. Now, Mutaka and the rest are saying that, don't you worry. Very soon we will get to know whether Adwoa Safo was in there or not. My brother, if it comes out that she was actually impersonated, we will become the biggest joke of a democracy in the whole world. I pray that it is not true. Ha! If this turns out to be true, then we are effed. In fact, we are sodomized. Hear me now, brethren. Now I'm reading this from City Newsroom, and it says, we will soon know the truth as to whether Adwoa Safo was in Parliament or not. And this is a Blakk Rasta. I read. It appears the minority in Parliament is not giving up anytime soon on the matter of whether Dome Kwabena MP Sarah Adwoa Safo was physically present in Parliament on Tuesday, November 30, 2021 or not. Despite the MP and Minister clarifying in Parliament on Wednesday, December 1, 2021 on the floor of Parliament that she was the one in the chamber on Tuesday and that she wasn't impersonated by anyone as suggested, the NDC minority says that claim is full of inconsistencies. It emerged on Tuesday, November 30, 2021 that Sarah Adwoa Safo has been absent from Parliament for some time now following an extension of a leave which was granted by the President. The allegations are that she was impersonated during the proceedings on Tuesday because the majority side needed the numbers at all costs to approve the government's 2022 budget which they did despite the disapproval by the minority side. That's it. We heard Sam George say that there was a private jet that was going to bring in Adwoa Safo. Private jet. Domi Kwabenya, are you there? Domi Kwabenya. Thank God they've begun fixing your roads. Now some of the roads are good. In fact, Domi Kwabenya, that area, anytime I went there, I came home with a punctured tie. Dust flying all over you as if you were in hell. I'm glad that your roads are being fixed. But let me ask you, private jets, if this is true, to fly and bring one person just to come and vote, couldn't that money have built a clinic to take care of you in Dome Kwabenya? They don't care about you. After all, elections are over. When elections are coming, they will rush again and fool you with projects. If there were no elections in this country, my brother, my sister, we all would live in potholes. I leave it here. I pray that they pursue this issue, follow it to the last point, and let us get to know who is speaking the truth and who is just making allegations. I leave it here. I have not been impressed with Adwoa Safo. In the past, she probably was okay. But in these times, President extended her leave. The leave had to end abruptly because of voting. The voting is more important than the country as a whole. I'll leave it here. My brother, my sister. My brother, it's interesting. I'm going to look at one more thing, and then we probably would have to run away. It's interesting. It is interesting. I'm taking this from Nigeria. I'm going to Nigeria right now. And I read, this is from Peace FM Online. I'm not going to spend time on this. It says, and this one was published today, the 2nd of December 2021. It says, 12 women arraigned in court for using juju to stop road construction. 12 women in Nigeria have been arraigned before court because they used juju to stop a certain road construction. My brother, my sister, and it's interesting. I'm going to look at it. My brother, hear what is happening right now. Now, these 12 women who allegedly used juju to stop the construction of the road are in court. Let me read the first 2 paragraphs and you see something. Nigeria, Bayelsa State Police Command has arraigned 12 women in court for allegedly plotting to stop the ongoing construction of the Yanagwa-Oporoma Road by the state government with juju. The women who were accused of carrying out a demonstration demanding that the road should pass through their community to give residents a sense of belonging have been identified as Nerissa John, 43 years, Christina Famous, 36, Dolphina Ochai, 34, Flora Clinton, 55, Oyibanwa Lucky, 33 years, Motoko Oyibaduomi, 54, Amilo Brandy, 30, Tuebi Romeo, 25, Ayi Bangben, God bless, 40, Becky Williams, 37, Ayababi Kwali, 50, and Falapa David, 30. Are these the names of witches? How can you be a witch when you have a British name? How can you be a powerful witch if you have American names? These are comedians, they are not witches. My brother, my sister, that 12 women came out, as you heard, demonstrating that they needed a certain road to pass through their abandoned community so they could have a sense of belongingness to the nation and have a bite of the national cherry. They have become witches. They have come out to threaten that if the road does not pass in their community, which has been abandoned, by hook or crook, by Nobokpo or Babatongo, they would make sure that the construction does not even start. For that matter, they are witches. Do you know how the names of witches sound? Those are witches' names, not David, not Williams, not. These are supposed witches. They have no power. How can you have power when you represent white people? Where is that power? Your African power is gone. I'm not worried about white witches. What is a white witch to an African witch? A white witch is only a student of the professor of a black witch. When black witches are flying in the skies, white witches are now learning how to even flap wings. Nobody fears no white witch. That is why all the witches are black. My brother, my sister, this is the joke of a century. People coming out to demonstrate right that they want a road. They have become witches. They have taken them to court. If this was Ghana, they would take them to Gambaga, to the Gambaga witch camp, which Adwa Safo is going to rebrand. I chose this story intentionally. This is Adwa Safo's story. She has rebranded, my brother, my sister, or she is trying to rebrand, as she said, the witch camp in Gambaga. Maybe now they'll put air conditioners inside. Maybe now they will send them longer brooms so they can fly at night. Maybe now, if they were eating tuozafi once every month, now they would start giving them pizza. Witches that eat pizza, are they witches at all? That one too now witch. Nigerians say winch. That one too now winch. My brother, my sister, let's stop this comedy. How can you deal with the Gambaga witch camp when you are approved as the minister of women and gender? Oh, thank you, Mr. Chairman, for this question. It has actually been a problem over the years, but please, can you go straight and answer the question? Oh yeah, as I was saying, it's been a problem over the years, and as you know, many people have tried, and you know our culture. Please, can you go straight to the point? Yes, I am going straight to the point. You see, as I was saying, you know, it's been a problem all these years. My predecessors have tried to do something, and what I will do is that when I become the minister, I will rebrand the camp. In fact, I will rebrand it and give it a new look, and then that is it. Then her own party members started having what is this? What she's saying? White people would watch this. What did you see just here? Well, what is that? You're going to rebrand? You have forgotten all too soon that a decorated donkey is still an ass. A decorated donkey is still an ass. What would you do to stop the atrocities meted out on to innocent women who are called witches? In Ghana, we also saw a woman carry the whole block, smash the head of an 80-year-old woman because she said that she was a witch. Kill this woman. What has happened to that issue? Nothing. When the woman was sent to court, what did she say? That she was pregnant. They should allow her to give birth. They shouldn't take her to jail so that she will give birth and then, you were pregnant. But you had the strength to pick a big rock, smash the head of an 80-year-old woman who you call the witch. Ajosafo will rebrand the witch camp. Now it might not be called witch camp. It will be called night flying camp. Or blood-sucking camp. Or vampire camp. Such comedy. And they passed it. They said, oh, she had answered it good. Very, very good. She had the shortest vetting time. They marked her correct to go back to Dome Kwabenya and fly out on an extended leave so that when they mess up with us and they want a new budget, then they will bring the people in, fly her in to come and vote. To God be the glory. My time is up. Nigeria, stop fooling. Nigeria, stop fooling. Nigeria, stop fooling like Ghana is fooling, and be wise.
Ross, make I hear some reality right here. Turn up my microphone. Shit. Ross, I better turn my microphone, turn my shit.